What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shani, and welcome back to the Woman's Palace. So today we're going to be talking about a time for everything. We're going to be in the book of Ecclesiastics. We're going to read 3 into about 8, and then I'm going to read 11. So there's a time for everything, a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. And then we're going to go, well, I can just go ahead and read 9 through 11. What do workers gain from their toil? Have I seen the burden God has laid on the human race? He has made everything beautiful in its time. So I want to talk about the time and what I'm learning about time. It's a season for everything, every activity under the sun. And you have to learn to be content in each and every season. So we're going to read Philippines and then we're going to talk about everything. So Philippines 4 and 11. I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether we well fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through him who gives me the strength. So that was Philippines 4:11 through 13, and this is the New International Version. So what God made me realize about this, to learn to be in content with every circumstance, to understand that it's a season for everything. God makes everything beautiful in its own timing. And as a human being, I feel like we rush. We just want the end all be all, but not realizing it's a season for that. It's a season for you to lose. It's a season for you to cry. It's a season for you to be happy. It's a season for war. And you have to learn to know what season you are in and be content with it. Because what I'm realizing, that a lot of people prolong their seasons because they are not getting out what the season is trying to teach them. Every season has purpose, and God allows those seasons for you to learn something in them, for you to grow in the season. But see, if you are not content in it, if you are just resting it and worried about the there instead of the here, you won't get out what you need here. So you prolong the season. God is, it's all about what I'm realizing with God. He is a master teacher. He is and we're learning through experience. We're learning through the seasons, but you got to be able to be content. Okay, I'm in a season of lack, but I'm fine because God who strengthens me can get me through this season. He's teaching me in something in this season. Instead of being worried about what I lack, how about I worry about what I have within me, which is the source. See, where Jesus said we lack nothing, we don't lack nothing. We think we do. We think we need this. We think we need that. But see, God has given us everything we need in each and every season, even though we may think, oh, I need this. You don't need that. You don't need that in this season. Everything you need, God have given you in this season. God have known everything. What I had to realize, Jesus told us, you don't think God knows what you need? He made you. He knows everything. He knows. But see, he is trying to teach you something. What I'm realizing, this journey in our life is more about what's going on within than it is going on without. We look at the circumstances of the outside. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, but you have God. All you need in this life is God, is what I'm realizing. A lot of people have it all, but they don't have God, which means they have nothing. If you have God and you are homeless, you have everything you need. And that's what I'm learning. You got to learn to be content in your season. If you're in a season of lack, you don't lack anything because you have the source within you. You don't need to see the resources to know that you have the source. Be okay. Be content to know that there is going to be a season where you lack. It's going to be a season where you rejoice and you have it all. And that's fine, but be content, because just like seasons, they come and they go. Don't miss out on what that season is trying to teach you because you weren't being in the moment. See, I'm realizing being in the moment, even with losing my father, that was a hard pill for me to swallow. But see, that taught me a lot of things. But one thing it taught me is to learn to be content in the moment. See, I don't know about y'all, but back in the past, before I got to this point in my life, I used to be in my head. I never was in the here. I was always focused on the now. I worry about that. I'll do that when I got money. How you know it's gonna be there? See, God says we are not promised tomorrow. We are not promised tomorrow. So you gotta live in your today. Worry about today. I'm learning to take one day at a time. Don't worry about tomorrow, because God is in tomorrow. But see, I gotta worry about today. What is today trying to teach me? I gotta be in the moment today, because even just like people, just like seasons, people go too. You think you always gonna have a person. My dad taught me that. When he passed, I always thought my dad was gonna be there. Oh, when I get my life together, I'm a work focused about worrying about what my relationship with my father, and he gone. You know, and that was a hard pill to swallow, because it's like, okay, you always think, I think as humans, we just think we have time. We think a person is always going to be there. We think certain situations, so we not focus on the things that in those seasons, because we worried about the other season, not realizing that season hasn't come yet. You got to be content. Even when you ain't got it all together, you still go make time for your family. You don't always have to have money to be able to take them to the park. Like taking my grandparents for my dad's birthday, which is coming up May 13th. I want to take them out to a picnic. You know, I sit there and say I want to bring all my family together. I want to take them on trips around the world, and I still want to do that. But I'm learning. God is making me realize you don't have to have money to be able to take them on it's the little things. Take them on a park. Get some little Subway sandwiches. Do little things. You don't always have to be at where you want to be. See, what I'm realizing, somebody made me realize this. I think it was Stephanie. She said, just because you are not where you want to be, don't mean you haven't come far. See, I have this skyscraper dream for my life, you know, and I feel like because I'm not there, I'm not valuable, or I'm not this, or I can't do what I want to do. And God is like, you may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you were. You got to be proud of yourself in the moment. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. And I have grown. I have been progressed. See, you have got to realize your journey. It's not a race, and that's what I'm realizing. It's not a race. You got to run to the end of the race. No, you can be content and be joyful in every season. Be content along the way. Be happy. Make memories along the way. Don't wait until you got it all together. Don't wait until you got the house. Don't wait till you got the car. No, do it walking. Go on a walk. Get your body moving. And I say this for myself too. Be content in the season, and know that every season has its purpose. Learn to be content in the season. You got to enjoy the journey along the way. Stop. Make memories. I'm realizing the only thing you take with you is your memories. You don't take your money. You don't take your car. You don't take your house. You take your memories. So through it all, even through the seasons of not being where you want to be, enjoy it. Enjoy it. You are going through this journey, not to this journey. So when you are in a season, this is not your final destination. This is the stopping point. Enjoy the stopping point. Enjoy the stopping point, because it will not be forever. But you got to be able to be content, because if you so focus on there, when you look back and you get to there, you're going to be like, well, I don't have any memories. I was so focused. I was so this. And it's not to say don't be focused. This is to say make memories. Enjoy your family. Do things that you plan on doing. Do it now. You don't have to do it big. And that's with me, because I be wanting to do luxury, all type of stuff. And God is like, it's the little things. See, and I realize this, when you hear people that's rich and all that, they say they enjoy the little things. That's because they never probably did the little things. Enjoy the little things. It's okay. You don't have to do it big. It don't have to be fancy. It's all about, I heard this on a movie. It says it's no boring places. It's only boring people. See, it's not about where you go. It's about the energy you bring with you. Are you happy? Are you joyful? Do you make that place? Make that place. Don't let the place make you. Oh, I'm fancy. No, baby, go to the park, go to the restaurant, Chili's, wherever it is, and you make that place. Don't let it make you. Don't make it make you, oh, this is defined. No, one thing I have to realize with God, he is teaching me, things do not define you. You define things. So don't sit here and feel like, oh, I got to go to a 5-star restaurant to feel like a 5-star thing. You are 5-star in a low budget restaurant. It's you that make the things. And understand, your season does not define you. Your season is coming to teach you something. Be content in it. Learn what you need to learn in it. And enjoy life. Enjoy each season. Enjoy it all, because it's all a part of your story. A story wouldn't be interesting if it didn't have highs and lows and ups and downs and roundabouts. If it was just straight success, it wouldn't be interesting. Make your life interesting. Be content when you are lacking, but know who you are. Don't let what you see, don't let things define you, because you are defined by your inside and not what you are going through. Those things are coming to teach you things. So I want you guys to go out and be a light in this dark world. Continue to strive. Continue to know that you are not your season. Be content in your season and continue to let God use you.